Hi, everyone. Procrastination. I don't know about everyone else, but personally, procrastination and I are best friends. We've been through years and years of battles together, whether it be not doing a project until 3 a.m. the morning it's due, signing up for things on the last day of the sign-up, or submitting essays at 11:59 and 30 seconds. I don't know what it is about me, but I literally cannot do things in a timely manner, even if I set myself up for success and try to force myself. It won't happen until I absolutely need it to. Obviously, this isn't the healthiest of habits, and it definitely isn't the best for my sleep schedule or my stress levels. I wish there was some sort of reasonable explanation as to why it is that I put myself through this, but there really isn't. I think what it comes down to is confidence and feelings of being good enough. I think of myself as a pretty confident person overall, and people often tell me that I exude confidence too. Maybe it's my Leo rising, or maybe it's a persona that I put on for other people. I think that sometimes a lot of the reason that I almost set myself up for failure is because I don't think that I deserve to succeed. And eventually, my anxiety kicks in and overcomes those feelings, forcing me to do whatever it is that I've procrastinated at the last possible second. Sometimes it's also somewhat of an adrenaline rush and a need to see myself do something I view as impossible, almost a confidence trip so that I can feel good about myself. Maybe that's not at all the reason for my procrastination, and I'm just a lazy person or someone who likes drama or a person who's bad at scheduling or time management, all of which are diagnoses that I've received from my parents at some point, which I'm sure fellow procrastinators can relate to. Personally, hearing things like this only throws me further down the I can't do this spiral, which envelops me in anxiety, feelings of insecurity, and a further need to blame myself for things that at some points literally feel impossible for me to do. At this point, I've probably lost a few of you, especially teachers who are listening and were especially trying to have sympathy, but now we're like, Mia, just do the, lab or reading assignment or whatever it is. It only takes like 20 minutes. And they're totally right. But I think that for me at least, it's less about the amount of time or work that I actually need to do whatever the assignment is, and more about what's happening inside my brain that's preventing me from doing it in the first place, which I think a lot of kids my age can relate to. I'll admit that on some days, I'm totally not doing my work because I'd rather watch TikTok and see why exactly Dixie D'Amelio shaved her head, or binge Instagram and try to figure out why Trisha Paytas named her newborn daughter Malibu Barbie. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie to you all and say that my mother is wrong and I don't get distracted easily, because she's not. I do. What I am saying is that there are periods of my life where I start going down that spiral that I was talking about. And what's angering about it is that it can be triggered by such small moments that they might even be innocuous to anyone who looks into my life from the outside. But to me, they have big implications that set the I can't do this spiral in motion. Whether it be a grade I don't like on a test, a decision I didn't want to have to make, or virtually any situation that makes me feel insufficient or causes me to have self-doubt, it's something that I process and think about for the next few days, weeks, or even months, and begin to spiral over. The spiral induces thoughts like, I shouldn't write this college essay because I don't deserve to go to college, or I shouldn't sign up for this activity because I'm not good enough for it, or I shouldn't start this project because I'm not smart enough to do well on it, so why even try? These thoughts lead to a consistent state of procrastination and stagnation, because I think that the result of not procrastinating would be success, but I question whether or not I deserve or am even capable of that success. As someone who also struggles with anxiety, I find that I have somewhat of a constant inner battle happening within me, to do or not to do what I need to do. One side of me says no, I should just lay down and pity myself and think about every single moment, person, or even intrusive thought that has ever made me feel like I'm not good enough. The other half of me is deeply scared of failure. What are people going to think if I don't go to the right school, or I don't get this grade on my transcript, etc., the list goes on. This anxiety and fear is eventually what drives me to do whatever it is that I should have done eons ago. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you how you can cure procrastination. Maybe some of you are already extremely organized and have never struggled with what I'm talking about, and think that I must just be lazy and bad at time management, some of which I won't even deny. But maybe some of you are like me and battle with procrastination, anxiety, and fears of both failure and of success, a paradox that can be all-consuming and extremely confusing. I'm not going to stand here and tell you how you can cure procrastination, because the truth is, I don't know. It's something that I'm still trying to figure out. What I do know is this: little moments are not what define us. When a friend is asked to describe you, their first thought isn't going to be, oh, they're the person that didn't do well on this test. Not only that, but how about when we have to do those awkward get-to-know-you activities in the beginning of the year, and a teacher is like, oh, say your name, and like a fun fact about yourself. I don't know about anyone else, but I personally have never stood up and said, hi, my name is Mia Lazaroff, and I'm not smart enough to be here, so I'm just going to leave now. because I would rather talk about how I have a younger brother that's also my best friend, or how I want to be a lawyer when I'm older, or how I've been playing ukulele every Saturday with my dad since I was 7, because those are things that truly define me. So this I believe: letting small, insignificant moments make you think that you shouldn't succeed or that you don't deserve something that you've worked for is not a good enough reason to set yourself up for failure. That doesn't mean that you can't have moments of weakness or insecurity that affect you, but the point is that you remember who you are underneath feelings of inadequacy and recognize that you, as a person, strengths and weaknesses included, deserve self-love and recognition of your worth. Thank you.